Hello friends, Dale here, 3 generations, welcome. In some ways this is going to be another hard video for me. This lamb was actually one of my favorite lambs this lambing season. This ewe. When I would go back to the ewe pen to feed, it would often come up to me and wanted its head petted. And so we had built somewhat of a relationship, and killing a fly. We had built somewhat of a relationship, and probably 4 weeks ago, I realized that it was slowing down some. It was still with the flock, but it slowed down. So I did a Finnsheep check of the eyelid, and it was almost pale white. Had some color to it, but so I decided to bring it up to the barn where I gave it dewormer, and I was feeding it some organic stuff to try to help it pass the excess internal parasites. And its BMs got looking a lot better, and it seemed to be doing better, and then it went downhill some, so I gave it another dewormer, but it passed last night. And my video today will be maybe some of the skinning of it. This is my first attempt to actually skin one of these lambs. I was a trapper as a kid, and I used to skin and sell pelts from muskrats, and I think maybe some coon once in a while, not very often. We would sell them on the carcass to the dealer, but generally if you could keep them and if you could skin them and stretch them, you got a lot better price at the end of the season usually, especially if they were really nice prime pelts. So anyhow, I've watched numerous people skin a lamb here for meat when they come for meat lambs. So I've seen it, but I've never done a lamb. So anyhow, we'll see what happens. The first thing, I am going to open it up here. So what I'm trying to do is make a spot here to hang them up by their back leg. I think that's where they do it, although maybe it's not. Maybe it's up here. Might make more sense to do it up higher. There. Alright, now we'll see how adept I am. These guys have 2 people to do this. So, I don't know. We'll see. Oh my gosh! It's heavy, heavy, heavy. Oh. Well. I'll get started at least before I move stuff around. Oh, I need a smaller. Oh, come on, Dale. You can do it. Oh, I lost my moment. I lost it. There we go. Make sure that doesn't release. I wish I could have saved the meat on this, but couldn't do it, so. And part of the reason I couldn't save the meat is because there's a withdrawal time on meat once you've given them dewormer. So stuff like that, the chemicals, you got to let work through the system. Wanting to tear some of this meat off, and that might be simply because, you know, it had died, you know, probably, I don't know, I can only guess, maybe 10, 12 hours ago maybe, I don't know. But for my purposes, I don't want a lot of meat on this that I have to deal with later in the process. And if you're really good at this, you don't take a lot of the fat with you either. But obviously I'm not real good at this. Yeah, there's a couple flies out here. There are. I guess I'll soon, I might as well do it now. Some of these guys, they actually split the tail and keep the tail on it. I don't see any real advantage to that, so. Yeah. This should start speeding this up a little bit once I get to the point where I can have some leverage to pull down, or at least that's what I've observed. Not that I'm speaking from experience yet. What's going on over there, pigs? Hey pigs, what are you guys doing over there? Yeah, this front side is actually going a little easier at this point than the back side, but there we go. Now we're starting to move. Let's see if you can see. Yep. As soon as I can get this back meat and fat to start separating a little better. There we go. I'm going to try what I've seen them do, and they take and they go like this. I want to get that fatty tissue off. I'm trying to be so careful because I don't want to put cuts through the skin, because then you got to sew them up, and I might not be able to sew very well. This one. What do you think, Odin? Am I doing a good job, Odin? Yeah, one little detail about the farm right now, and one reason I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this is our well seems to be running dry. It's gotten real muddy. And so we're really conserving water. You know, no more showers, only sponge baths, buying bottled water to drink. And so this seems like really nasty, gross stuff to have to clean up. But one way or another, I'll make it happen. Look. Oh, yuck. That's not what I wanted to do. Fortunately, this is not a lamb to eat, because we would have contaminated the meat. Now, I'm going to move the wheelbarrow so I'm not pulling the skin down into that. And I'm going to go wash the knife off a little and my hands. Well, next time I do one, I want to be sure to get the front legs loose too, kind of like I did on the back ones, in order to hang it. All right, friends, I'm going to start fleshing this hide a little bit. I got my fleshing knife. I've got my fleshing pole or beam or whatever you want to call it. And I've got my skin over there. I'll bring it over here. And it's right now it's a casing. And I think I'll leave it that way for now. And yeah, let's see what happens. All right, well, because I don't want all this junk on me, I'm going to use this to kind of hold the thing in place. So let's see here. Yeah. What do you think, Odin? Am I doing it right, Odin? Make sure. Oh yeah, I think you're seeing me. You can see right here it's, let me turn it a little bit. Alright, where's the yucky side? I don't want to put that up against me. Alright, you can see I'm starting to loosen up some of this fat and meat. Whoops. This is the sharp way, this is the blunt way. So I'm doing the blunt to try to keep it what I don't want is do cuts and tears into the skin. This is not how I used to flesh muskrats. That was just with a pocket knife. Well, this is coming off easier than I thought it might. Like they say in all the YouTube videos I've been watching, it takes a long time. They talk about the first one taking an hour or even more. And I've seen some where they say they can get it down to 15 minutes. I guess that might be possible, we'll see. So far, taking the skin off and doing this, I have not put a single tear or hole in that skin. But that's probably speaking a little too fast. I've flushed it as much as I can right now, and now I need to salt it up good to preserve, to keep it from rotting and hopefully to keep worms, maggots from growing. Gotcha. Now the first ones I did this to, I had them in a tote for, oh my goodness, I'll bet it was close to a month or more. I don't remember exactly, but it was a long time. And when I went to look at them, you know, a month later or whatever, there was just tons of liquid in the bottom of the tote. And the salt, you know, had pulled a lot of moisture out, but I think it also dissolved a lot of the fat. All right. Now I'll just roll it up a little bit more and stick it in my tote. This is in focus or not, but what I'll do next is I'll take the carcass and take it out to the compost pile where we bury dead animals, and that way the flies won't continue to lay eggs on it. And yeah, and then I'll in another day, maybe tomorrow, I'll go ahead and I'll try to flush the rest of it, and then I'll have to re-salt it and put it away in a tote until we get a lot of rain and our well water picks up. So anyhow, thanks so much for watching and have a blessed day. See ya. Bye.